Welcome to the Morning Grin with Keros and Nathan, Episode 6, presented by Episode 5.
Oh, Episode 5 came in to pick up the bill on this one. All right.
Yes, thank you,
Thanks,
Episode 5.
I thought
Thank
you were
you.
good. I thought that was a good one.
How was your weekend? It's been a while.
Weekend, it's the middle of the week.
I know.
Which one? The future
one-
weekend promises to be better than the last weekend. It's so far deep into the week, Keros, I don't know what I did in the last weekend. But
I don't either.
All right,
Hey,
good.
speaking of
Speaking of weekends.
speaking of weekends,
Oh, God.
last night I had a dream. I had a dream
That everyone was working for the
that
weekend.
everybody was working
Yeah,
for
that
the
everyone
weekend.
Needs a new romance.
Yes.
All right.
No, I had a dream that I was, a big movie fan.
Uh-huh.
I love the film stuff. I had a dream that I was directing a new Jurassic Park film. We had talked about Jurassic Park.
Right. Is that? What do you think that got?
That
into
might
your
have been,
subconscious
it might have been in the brain. It was. You'd think that would be a dream come true, but it was insanely stressful.
Is it this new one that's coming out, or did that new one in your dream do so well that they made a sequel to that new one that has not come out?
I don't know the context because I was asleep.
Okay.
But
Well, I
I do.
certainly don't know
I
it.
do remember. I do remember that we were doing this big stunt sequence to end the movie. And I was directing, and everyone was there, and then I said, "Okay, is the big waterfall stunt and dinosaur thing ready?" And my producing team, my producer was our cameraman's wife. She said, "No, I didn't realize we were doing all that stuff."
All right. Well, how did?
And so Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum, was there, and he got frustrated.
Yeah. Because was it very hard for him to say his? For him to articulate what was.
Big weekend in sports.
Oh God, Lord! Is that a transition? Wait, let me play the transition music. Thank you. Here we go.
Big weekend in sports. The football teams played.
Oh, a number of them. At least
A number of them.
At least
We
two.
have a special guest today. It is our the Morning Grin Sports Report, brought to you by Justin. Justin, come on in here. Justin, there's room right here in the middle. He's going to
Oh.
sit. Yep. And scoot on up. We get cozy.
There we
Small
go.
desk, big feelings. So, Justin, tell us about the weekend in sports. What's happening in the sports world?
Yeah, Oregon Ducks played the Ohio State Buckeyes. Big game. Not so big for us Oregonians, though. Kind of a disappointing loss from our Heisman Trophy winner, Marcus Mariota. But hey, we're moving on. I mean, like you said, middle of the week. We've already
That's
moved
right.
on. We're over it.
We're on to the next football game coming
Yes, yes.
Which is
number.
who are the Ducks playing now?
The Ducks? Well, they have a basketball team, so they do have games.
How do you win the Heisman for the basketball?
Basketball Heisman is not as big of a deal as football. In fact, there is no Heisman for basketball.
Are the football players forced to play the basketball now that the football's done?
There are some that no forcing though. It's not.
It's not like an indentured servitude
no,
done there.
no.
Okay,
they're not,
good.
They're not.
Depends
yeah.
on who you ask.
Oh, well, that's politics, and we don't get into that.
No. So who are you voting for?
As far as Heisman,
Just
for next
politics.
Oh, yeah, like what team are you voting
Oh yeah,
for?
what team are you voting for?
Yeah.
Year, for
Like when the
for
football
pres-
games turn on, what team are you going to vote for to win? I may not be using the right word.
Yeah. The Seahawks are still
That's
professional.
professional football.
Right, NFL, the National Football League.
Yeah. Of course I knew that.
That's good.
They are playing this weekend, and like to see them win. Kind of closest team to our humble abode here. So it'll be
Closest
fun.
to our hearts,
Yes,
as well as our homes.
exactly.
Do you like the football or do you like the basketball? If you had to put one in a room with the other, and they were fighting to the death, who would you want to emerge from that room as the lone victor?
Right. Who would I want, or who would actually
Who would you want?
emerge?
And then what would happen?
It's
a two-part question.
In all of my years of sports reporting, met a lot of fantastic athletes. Happen to like the basketball players maybe a little bit more. So,
Well,
Is it because
Leaving the
is it because
room.
they don't wear masks?
usually when I meet them, they're not wearing their masks, so the masks are kind of irrelevant in the.
So you're saying it was a stupid question.
in a way, we all wear masks.
Come to think of it, what is our mask?
I believe it's a duck. I believe there were the ducks.
And they lost. So
Thank
that's
you.
our sports report from Justin. Thank you so much for
You
visiting
want me
with
to
us.
stay here?
No, you can leave.
Which way do I go?
This
Off the-
way.
Right under the
Okay.
table.
Yep.
I'm not.
And
Okay. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you.
You can validate your parking at the front. Okay, that was awful. Speaking of awful,
Yes, it's time to plan another show. Nope.
speaking of awful,
All right.
that's our show. Episode 6 of the Morning Grin. Thank you so much for joining us. Next episode, episode 7, will be our Frozen episode. We will be singing Frozen songs in every kind of voice by every kind of professional musician that you can imagine. Send us your requests and tell us how you felt about the Seahawks with ducks playing the basketball.
It's as topical as we get. Good night.
Good night.